Now, I'm still putting together my desk after I moved house. Today we're putting a lithium iron phosphate battery in. I'm setting up the battery panel. And you'll probably notice here there is a 60 amp breaker going into the solar regulator. And we will have an isolation switch for the solar when that goes in as well. But for the moment, I need to get this regulator configured to run this lithium iron phosphate. And for the moment, we're going to use a mains charger. Anyway, we'll update you as things progress. Right, double and triple checked everything. Let's see if she blows up. Let's go and flick our breaker on. Okay, solar regulator's up. 13.1 volts. Now I can change the settings. Anyway, it's good to get that running. Okay, so I managed to clip on a Victron charger and put it into lithium mode. And I've got the voltmeter working, so we're sitting at 13.5 volts. I don't know if we're going to be able to see if we pull any current on it yet. I added the current shunt in down here, this thingy here, if it can focus. I'm not sure if I've got the polarity right on that, but it should register current when it works. These incandescents pull a bit of current. Anyway, the voltage is here so I can keep an eye on what the battery's doing. Now I'm in the process of working out all the additional cables coming out of here. Look at the foot here. So I'm down to these 4 cables left, and I think 2 more down there. Those 4 cables go in behind this rat's nest, which I'm going to probably be able to clean up. And they come in as this group on these group of switches here. The reason they are piggybacked is there used to be little switch buttons up here that we used to push. They were the original buttons before I built this. And so when I built the console, I just piggybacked off these buttons. So these are all the series connected piggybacks, and I need to snip out the redundant ones and probably change the switching around. Also my overhead lights, these ones here, I chopped when I disassembled the desk to get it in here. So that is my good LED strip here that I use every single day. I want to work out where that was meant to be connected. So yeah, I'll be stripping a lot of extra wires out of here, and we'll probably clean it all up again. There is an Arduino in here that connects to that little thing too. Actually, does the auxiliary computer work? Do we see, oh, we see a light in there. I don't think that's working at the moment. Anyway, we'll work that out later. Now, one of the reasons I added thumb screws here is I expected to have to do this at some point. Now, the one I'm looking for at the moment is the desk light switch here, that one, and you can see that's the one I use all the time from the Greasy Mark. Those 2 wires come over on this side, and they go in and out somewhere in here. That is for the auxiliary rando computer, which actually, do you still work? Are you on? Oh yeah, Randotron's working. So that thing randomly turns on and off the outlet fan and the overhead light at random times to pretend that I'm here. Which light is you? So you are one of those red wires that comes through here. Are you that one? You're not that one. It is one of these guys. I've got some thinking to do. Oh, that goes onto that. And goes onto that, and then goes out through that. What? What's going on there? Alright, I've got some thinking to do. I've remembered how this worked. So this was a contact closure. That's a contact closure. They're in parallel. This wire that I've chopped off was supposed to go through the switch. We're supposed to get power and come back through here. So we're going to have to rethink how this works entirely. Alright. There's all the old cables out. So now I've got all the extra looms stripped out. What I might actually do is just run a positive to every terminal on this, and then just run a single wire out to all the lights. Might be the easier way to do it. Alright, so I've been adding stuff, including this little fast charger, and our current has come to life. I'm currently charging the phone with it. It's pulling about 2 amps across the shunt. So I got the shunt wired correctly, and that little unit is going to fast charge off the battery. All the better. And we have regulated voltage off the battery as well. Awesome. temporary arrangement for overhead lights. Ah, they work. We're good, we've got lights now. Okay, so further updates, getting things happening. I just went to plug in the file server, get it up and running, and the power supply exploded and shut down the RCDs. So I think I've got a new power supply in the shed. I'm going to have to go find it. Alright, so one thing I didn't know I had until I went looking in the new shed was a brand new Fantex supply, a modular supply. Never been used, still new in box with all the cables. And it works, so we're going to do the trick to make it run the drives. Okay, something I've been looking for a while are these things. Bunnings finally have them and they're falling apart. But they fit along this little rail along the back here. And the ones I've had for many years are falling apart. They're being like crumbling away. They're not UV stable. So put some of these up and we got some zip ties. So let's see how we go. Alright, file server's up and running. It works, custom cable. These little Sonic B keyboards, the little wireless ones, they paired to the wrong receiver before. I had to redo that. We're going to be probably extending my old Logitech G915 round to the side so I can use that when I'm laying down. Logitech's up here. So the file server is not remote now. It's right close to all of this. But there is a solution for keeping the backup somewhere else. This is all working. Audio's working. Speakers are up. I'm starting to work the new storage solutions around the old one. The junk is building up, but we're working on it. I finally found Bunnings has new storage units, so I've put some of them up. I've yet to put labels on things. I've got to relabel all of the stuff in the data rack. The battery bay is working. Things are on solar. We've got just a little automotive dash cam at the moment running off this, just for the short term, because I've got to put some cameras up as well. That's by the time you see this, the cameras will already be up. This is going ahead by about a month or so is where I'm scheduling this. This little XRF machine, I've got to find some screws, continue to put that back together and try and fix some of the leakage problem with it. There's a lot going on. There is just so much stuff. I can't keep up with any of it. But yeah, tomorrow the job will be working out the craziness that is the main power supply and probably putting a UPS in. Hopefully it doesn't have a complete catastrophic failure like the power supply did in that. That went bang very loudly and knocked the entire power circuit off. It hit the breakers, so that was not good. Anyway, we're getting there. We're getting there. So I'm going to leave this video here and we will work on another one soon enough. And all these little folders you see in here are all unfinished videos that I have filmed during the move and not had the time to edit because the computer wasn't up and running. So that might be tonight. Although I've been up since 4 AM because my lovely apprentice decided to get up and upchuckle over shag pile carpet. So I had to get up at 7 o'clock this morning and go hire a carpet cleaner and fix all that up. So anyway, it's been fun and games. So yeah, see you in the next one.